Hey, how's it going? It's Pilot Boy Chris, the authority in pilot car online training and information. Top mentor in the industry now with a 93% success rate. If you're serious about getting into the pilot car industry and becoming a pilot car driver, or if you're already in the industry but looking for a way to level up, then you're exactly where you need to be. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and spark up a convo with me in the comments. I do try to respond in a timely manner. And don't forget to look in the description for helpful links. I'm talking helpful links like link to the best certification class with a discount code that they've given me to pass along to you guys. Also, we got my website where you can find 50 contacts on the mini contact list to help you get work for those that are needing contacts but don't want to necessarily invest or don't think you need to invest in the full training course, but you want the contacts or want some contacts rather. You got 50 contacts on the mini contact list. Then you got the resource list that talks about insurance companies that deal specifically with the pilot car industry, along with some other resources on that list. And of course, you got the equipment list, equipment that you need immediately versus the equipment that you can wait for and pay for once you start making some money. So it's a little bit of a cheat sheet when it comes to the equipment list. And of course, you got the full training course and mentorship program that comes with everything you need to know to start your pilot car business, learn what the job actually entails. You get mentorship, one-on-one direct contact with me, my personal phone number, all that. It's almost a can't lose situation. You got 80 contacts in the training course, and these are contacts that are tried and true. We know that they pay on time, they pay well. I'm back here today with another one, and I think this one might be a banger considering the subject matter. I've been asked this question on occasion, and I figure since this is a question in most industries, especially those industries that are being discussed and talked about online, I figure why not talk about it with you guys as well. So the question on the table today is the pilot car industry saturated? And honestly, it's a good question because so many times you come across new information on a new industry or a new career path, new side hustle. A lot of times it's a insight on a whole new path for you, something that you never knew about or something that you knew about but didn't have no information on, and you finally get insight and you're excited about it and you're ready to go and start to wonder, am I too late? Or you wonder, am I doing all this research for nothing? Am I doing all this preparation for nothing? And in this industry in particular, you may wonder, will I get out here, spend all this money, get certified, get my vehicle fully outfitted, only to find myself sitting at the house with no work and no action? Nobody wants that. So what do I think after being on the inside for years and watching the trends and seeing the amount of drivers that's out here and knowing the climate of available work that's out here on a regular basis? Listen to me when I say this industry is not saturated. But listen also why I say it's not saturated. Don't just take my opinion and run with it. I want you to listen to why I say it's not saturated. I'm gonna put some facts to it. What I'm about to express is some facts mixed with what I've seen out here and what I currently see, so pay close attention. Let's first talk about the industry itself. And more in particular, let's first talk about the trucking industry. The trucking industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry that's robust and is always pumping and rolling. Even during the pandemic, the wheels did not stop spinning in the trucking industry. Now let's look at the fact that oversized loads is a huge sector of the trucking industry. So oversized loads is part of this multi-billion-dollar industry. So asking is the pilot car game saturated is almost like asking is the trucking industry saturated. There's so much work and so much cargo needing to be transported on a daily basis. I'm asking, how can this game ever be saturated? Now, some may argue that every industry at some point gets saturated, even the trucking industry, and question, why do you think so many trucking companies are going out of business? But in trucking, you have to realize that low rates can and will send companies out of business, and that's exactly what's going on right now and what's been going on for the past couple years in trucking. That's a whole different thing that's going on over there right now. It has nothing to do with saturation from a work standpoint. It has to do with a system cleansing itself and politics and whatnot, and we're not going to get into that. But here in the pilot car industry, low rates is not something that we have to worry about, because here in the pilot car industry, the rates are the rates. Lowball and escorts coming in the game, trying to lowball and cut rates, actually not respected in this game. Companies don't respect them. They look at them as if they're newcomers, which they are, and they look at them as if they're incompetent and don't know what they're doing. So they don't even look at companies that come in with low rates and trying to cut rates. So low rates is not even something that we have to worry about in this industry. A lack of work is another thing that can send the company out of business. But if you know where to find work, how to keep work, and how to add work to that work, meaning how to add to what you already have going on, then that would never be an issue for you. Me and my drivers, we roll year round and we only break when we want to. Work is not an issue for us anymore. In the beginning it was, of course, because I was brand new. So I had to find my way through this, and I had no help. So I struggled for years until I got consistent to where I got to a point where I could work year round. But now the formula is what it is, and we stay rolling. It's just entirely way too much work for saturation to be a topic at this point. Besides the size of the industry and the amount of work that's out there, let's talk about the fact that not everybody that jumps in the pilot car game makes it long term. And let's talk about some of the reasons why they don't make it. There may be a good number of people jumping into any industry at any given time, but do they have the resources or the sustainability or the pure desire needed to make it long term? I've seen several drivers come and go throughout the years in this industry. Some realize they don't actually like the open road. Some realize they don't want to be away from home, days, weeks at a time. You have others that don't have the money to get them through the hard times. Many are not set up good enough for a realistic run at longevity. Then on top of everything else, you got some that just may unfortunately live in the bad city area or region that is just not good for the oversized industry. There are some spots in the US that you will hardly ever get an oversized load out of that area. And jumping in to the industry and not having that knowledge, and you happen to be from one of those areas and not know it, and you go in and spend all this money, that'll just kill your business before you even get started. Then you got some folk, they start too fast. They see that initial success, their eyes get big, and then they think to themselves, shoot, if I'm making this type of money, I go get another vehicle, put somebody in it, I go put my brother in it or my cousin in it, I can make double. So they go out and spend some more money, buy some more equipment, buy another vehicle, and they end up doing this before knowing if the current revenue is even sustainable. They end up being too new to know the ups and downs of the industry and end up not being prepared for it. And the flow of revenue changes for whatever reason, and they're not prepared for it. And the next thing you know, the bottom falls out. So now, instead of trying to sustain one vehicle through the rough times, you're now stuck trying to hold down two vehicles through this rough time. You now find yourself going backwards instead of trying to maintain until you can go forward again. Another thing to consider when talking about saturation and failure is realizing that not everybody works the same. You got some people that come into the industry and they take it extremely serious. They come in, they get certified, they get the correct equipment, they get a dependable vehicle, they outfit the vehicle, they get good insurance, they set themselves up and their company up so they're looked at as professional and competent, so they're taken seriously. Not only that, but they also handle themselves professionally when dealing with folks that may have work for them. Believe it or not, there are several drivers and newbies that I've come across that jump into this game and that are grossly unprepared for what they're getting into. Their vehicle is on the edge of death or is wrecked and badly damaged, or they come out here with secondhand equipment, and some even with bootleg equipment that ain't even legal or compliant. Many of these vehicles, believe it or not, are captured by other drivers taking photos of them and circulating those photos throughout the industry, with that driver 9 times out of 10 not knowing that his car is being photoed and circulated throughout the industry, and now him and his vehicle is making the rounds throughout the industry. He's now the butt of the jokes and wondering why it's hard for him to get work. Then you have some, and I've actually had a guy fall victim to this. It was in my circle. As you all know, I offer a mini contact list of 50 contacts, and also offer 80 contacts in my training course and mentorship program. So what happened to him was he was having several interactions with the contacts that were provided to him through the training course, but he was not getting any traction, which is highly unusual. So I looked into it, talked to some folk, and found out that he did not necessarily know how to conduct himself in a professional manner while on the phone. In other words, he didn't know how to talk to people. I was told that he was getting attitude on the phone, that he was being snappy on the phone. Some even felt that he was talking down to them at some points during the conversation. So again, I say, not only is the industry just way too big, in my opinion, to be saturated, but out of the many that jump in, many of them unfortunately don't last long and tend to fall off. Hopefully this was valuable content for you all. I love handing out gems and helping you all out. And don't forget to hit the website, hit my website. I got several tools on there for those that are looking for a little bit of help and those that are looking for a lot of help. Now, when you hit the site, you will be asked to submit your name and email and whatnot, but rest assured, I'm not gonna spam you up, not gonna blow you up, harass you, and I don't sell your information. I guarantee you that that's not why I'm here. But once you put your information in, you should be guided to another page which has all the resources and tools that I have available. You'll see them listed. Be sure to like and subscribe if this is the type of content that you want to hear. Drop in the comments. Like I say, I try my best to respond in a timely manner to all comments. Let me know where you are in your journey. Let me know what field you're coming from. And if you need some help, give me a shout. Again, look in the description for helpful links. Be on the lookout for more content and industry updates. And I'll see y'all on the next one.